Welcome to Incorporated Conglomerate Media. Here at the IC, we strive to bring you the best of the best content to the extent that available resources and perseverance provides.
Error. Phlegmatic exception. Cognition required.
Welcome back, folks. I'm IC. Glad to have you join me today. Today's topic is a channel I've had in the back of my mind for quite some time. The Kaiser Archival Foundation, not to be confused with another company with almost the exact same name, is an analog horror ARG/web series similar to that of Local 58. Kinda. Anyways, I couldn't tell you when I first found it, but I believe it was before Nexpo's old unnerving YouTube channel's video covering it. I never truly delved into what the Kaiser Foundation's about. But, seeing as most of you are here for internet mysteries, or whatever the heck, I figured now's a better time than ever to look into it. So, with all that said, I believe it's finally time to take a look at the Kaiser Foundation.
Your attention, please.
Get to work.
Before we watch anything, let's look at the channel itself. But before we do that, you should look at the channel yourself. I don't want to see the limelight here. I'm just covering something that interests me. So please, before we continue, check out the Kaiser Foundation channel and watch their videos for yourself. I'll give you a moment to pause and come back. You hear? Alright, let's begin. The Kaiser Archival Foundation channel was created on January 29th of 2017. Right off the bat, the full name of this channel strikes me as odd. The inclusion of archival would imply that footage from this channel is being saved in one way or another. Alongside with the Foundation's slogan, "We watch so you don't have to," this may mean this channel is part of a larger corporation, a simple branch of the more encompassing Kaiser Foundation, designated to archiving itself? Anyways, the first 3 videos were all uploaded alongside the channel's creation, starting with the first one, Bumper. In broadcasting terms, bumpers are short clips typically shown before commercial breaks in shows. The video itself features red, green, and blue patterns overlaying one another before the Foundation's name fades in. Thanks to this individual on Reddit, I can decode the symbols, as well as question the limits of my dedication. The patterns only decoded the 3 initials of the Foundation, KAF, but knowing the solution will probably be important later. The video's description reads,
We watch. We all watch.
Signed, the uploader. Bit of a weird introduction, but we're yet to know the relation of the uploader to the Foundation itself. Up next, we got We Are Human.
The following presentation has been funded by the Kaiser Foundation. We watch so you don't have to. And by viewers like you. Thank you.
Besides my bleeding ears, and yours probably considering how I handle my audio, there isn't much to gather from the video. The font used as the video's title flies in seems out of place. Almost contradictory, even, to the phrase "We Are Human." In the description, the uploader tells us that the Kaiser Foundation supposedly broadcasts every Monday at 8. Doesn't exactly tell us which 8 o'clock is referring to, but oh well. Third and final video posted in January. Bumper 2. In this video, we're given the channel's schedule. Not too important besides this also being the first real-life footage. However, the aspect ratio is off. The video player is in the 16:9 format, while the background footage is more square-shaped. Normally, the YouTube player would have adjusted to this. But as we can see, the VHS glitches also go over the black bars on either side of the video. Mismatching dimensions when rendering has always been an issue, but it certainly looks off. Alright, next video.
System.
A bunch of noise. The title stands for the Kaiser Archival Foundation Encryption System, and the uploader wrote in the description,
Operators on standby.
"This system will be important later on. Important announcement. I think you get the point. I don't have the patience to translate this, so thankfully this user already did so for us. Hopefully. It's mostly gibberish, but if you look closely, some parts can be understood. We are under attack. Unknown hostiles. And lastly, the clear, we are human. Seems as though we're receiving a distress signal from someone. The exceptionally clear we are human at the end could be an addition to the message made by the unknown hostiles, either lying about being human or telling some vague fact that mean nothing to their enemies on the other end. Feature presentation.
Stay tuned for more.
Looks like something messed up again while rendering this. The dimensional issue is fixed though. Guess it was just an error. We will be right back. Hopefully I don't get claimed for that. Thanks to the description, we're finally given a time period. Recorded September 9th, 1980. 37 years ago to the upload date. Data deleted. The video starts off with a gravestone. 24 seconds pass and we're shown another. The footage turns red and an error occurs. Login credentials have been compromised and thus changed for security reasons. We're then shown the login information, and given a website in the description. Going to it now, we're shown this.
Due to a falling out with SignCorp, we have decided to transfer the site to a new hosting server.
Hovering over the text saying error log brings us to a storage page, where we're given 3 more links. Clicking on the login text shows us what looks like HTML code. The comment left in the middle gives us a name.
Need PHP for login purposes here. Alan's working on PHP files.
So this Alan guy works on the Foundation's website. As expected, clicking the back button brings us back to the main page. But by going to the welcome page, the site tells us the files we're trying to view are corrupted. And this time when going back, we're taken to an internal video memos page. While the links don't do anything, these videos still exist on the channel, which we'll get to later. The final link in the error log, Delta, shows us more HTML. If a user named RobertTM logs in, they're given an alternate welcome page named Delta Welcome. All other users are restricted, unless given clearance by either the C department or the experimental technology designers. Lastly, the bottom of the page is another department, the H department. Going back and clicking the Foundation's logo shows us 2 emails. The bottom one is to an Anthony Crane requesting help with a company by the name of SignCorp. This corporation wants to kill whoever this individual is, along with destroying their archive. Seeing as SignCorp hosted the Kaiser Foundation's website, these emails must be about their businesses falling out. Anthony responds about a month later to an individual named Robert, most likely the same one with special access on the website. Robert and Anthony must be higher-ups of the Foundation, especially as the latter's got a spy working at SignCorp for him, leaking facility blueprints. Based off the files he requested, it seems they sought to literally destroy their former business partners. Finally, the click here for archive just shows us their early videos, which we've yet to fully go through. Speaking of videos, let's let's do that. Advise. We'll look at the new site later. Windy day out, huh? What do you want me to say? It's the heck inside of a building. Intruder. More footage of the same building, except around 6 seconds in, a figure is seen running to the right side of it before vanishing. We don't know whose building this is, but obviously it's being broken into. Weather forecast. The video starts off with a 7-day weather forecast before switching to a storm approaching Dallas, Texas. Well, we might know the area now. The next one is seemingly a follow-up to weather forecast. No signal.
We're sorry for any interference experienced during the previous broadcast. Our technical support team is looking into the suspected hijackings now. We now return to our regularly scheduled programming.
Putting the start of this video through a spectrogram gives us the same phrase, no signal. If this and the weather forecast follow the previous videos, then the intruder may have broken into the Kaiser Foundation's building and hijacked their channel. In that case, how do we have the possible security camera footage of the break-in? Surely the Foundation wouldn't want this public, so... How did the uploader get this footage? Special presentation. The footage is of a storm, possibly the same one shown in weather forecast. Some numbers flash on screen while the person recording runs away. We're then shown more symbols which decode to, "You will never find us." This might be a video from whoever hijacked the Kaiser Foundation, seeing as we're told this was formatted to fit our screen. It makes me believe the Foundation received this from the intruder, then proceeded to broadcast it themselves? Why? Alright, I want to speed things up here. I'm skipping the next video and playing what I deem the important half of preview. We're briefly shown the words "Stop watching", along with the symbols corresponding to the individual characters. At the end plays the Foundation's outro, except it's messed up. The next video, Sponsor, introduces us to the company which hosted their old website, SignCorp. There's no point in playing it here. SignCorp. What? That's the video name. Play it already!
Listen to me.
Thank you for opting in to our latest experiment. First and foremost, our number one priority is your safety. If you feel unsafe at any time during this experiment, please contact us at the City Court building in the downtown area. For those of you who don't know, this is a social experiment. We are here to observe what will happen when an entire city is cut off from the rest of the world. What we've done is gotten permission from the government to erase this town off of every map and road sign. Our engineers have built an invention called a biodome. This biodome has many functions, such as regulating the weather, providing protection from serious outside risks, and overall general security. While inside the biodome, we will monitor how well the city manages itself without anyone from the outside influencing the choices made by you. During these next few weeks, we shall be preparing your city for what our scientists call the Thunder Flow. We expect your full cooperation as we prepare your city for our new lifestyle. Stay tuned to your local CAF station for more updates in the coming weeks. The Kaiser Archival Foundation thanks you, and Cinecorp thanks you.
So Sciencorp is conducting a social experiment on the city of Greenville, Pennsylvania. A whole Simpsons movie-like biodome will be placed over the city for evading harsh weather, limiting outside risks, and overall security. Interesting how the last two are basically the exact same thing. You can use many words to describe security, but saying it twice when you supposedly have 3 different reasons for why you're doing something sounds like you're lying. The symbolism backs this up, as the security camera represents the first half of its name, but most people attribute it to surveillance. In other words, Sciencorp is conducting an experiment with the weather, security, and surveillance. Announcement. Sciencorp tries broadcasting to Greenville once more. However, the station gets hijacked again. It's impossible to tell what's going on, but we can hear someone digging for something. Seeing as the symbols decode to "it is not here," they obviously didn't find anything. Warning. We see someone drop to the ground and run past the camera, before it cuts to footage of a street. The end decodes to "it is not safe here." Perhaps this is a dangerous spot to be digging for something. The next video is regarding the website. Investigation stops now. The message starts abruptly as if the uploader was late to capture it, and after many videos with nothing, the uploader wrote in the description,
Does it know I'm watching?
Up to this point, we haven't had many statements from him that make sense. We still don't know their part in this ARG. Some of the previous things they've said are weird. Operators on standby, and the dead air is alive don't seem like comments a typical fan of something would say. But what do I know? Clearly, this broadcast they captured unsettled them. Sign off. It's too annoying for me to bother playing. Following investigation stops now, the Kaiser Foundation is constantly broadcasted a test screen. In this video, the hijacker returns and gives us a new password to the website, Crane23. I assume this password was made by Anthony Crane. I could go further and assume the lack of a 1 before 23 could mean Anthony's the number 1 guy of the Foundation, but we have no evidence for that. With that said, let's move on. November 14th, 1983.
What I am about to show is the result of the incident 4 years ago. I couldn't find any remaining footage of the incident.
The only possible connection I can make of this is to important announcement, where a place was invaded by unknown hostiles. This footage could be of whomstever destroying evidence of the invasion site. The video contest tells viewers to submit bumper videos for the Kaiser Foundation. The uploader says this contest has never existed before. With this knowledge in mind, it seems as though the Foundation shifted their stance on us outsiders, deciding to allow for interaction in the form of a bumper contest. Perhaps we'll see the winner in the future. Birthday.
September 9th, 1987. Today is Alan Travis's birthday. Congratulate him on turning 35 today. We have supplied the cake. It is in the first floor break room.
The video is shakier than usual, but as we know from earlier, Alan works for the Foundation. September 14th, 1991.
The Medusa Touch starring Richard Burton and Lee Remick will return.
Brought to you by the Illuminating Company and Ohio Edison.
Regional conditions.
Apparently we're seeing footage of someone recording their TV. How the freaking heck the uploader got this, I have no idea. The message is directed towards Anthony, demanding him to stop hiding. This could mean Anthony is responsible for hijacking the Kaiser Foundation. Seeing as he worked for them, he'd have plenty of opportunities to do so. June 3rd, 1987 ends with the following symbols. I'm fairly sure I got them right, but I couldn't make anything from the letters. Feel free to try for yourself. However, it seems that around this time the website was changed to a countdown. Regardless, let's move on to the next one. Phone call.
Hey Alan, it's me, Anthony. Michael told me that you were ex-NSA. I never actually knew that. But anyways, there's actually something I've been meaning to ask you since that. Well, you know that KL7 that you have? You know, you showed it to me when I came over to your house that one time for dinner. Yeah, and I was wondering if I could borrow it, or even buy it off you. That was pretty much all I had to say, so, bye.
On April 17th, 1985, Anthony called Alan about wanting to buy his KL7, a device he was given while working under the NSA. Simply put, the KL7 is an encryption machine. If Anthony was able to get a hold of it, it could possibly help explain how he hijacked the Kaiser Foundation so frequently after betraying them. Or he could have buried it. I don't know, the story is so difficult to piece together. There's simultaneously so much happening and so little information. Intermission, the longest video on the channel. I'm gonna assume this is Anthony exploring the Kaiser Foundation building. He's in there alone, or at least, he thinks he is. Obviously, by the monitors, we can say that most of this was filmed in the 2000s. But seriously, props to the creator for getting an office building to record in. The uploader wrote,
Turn on the TV. I'm not insane.
no clue what made him say this. Lift off. My guess is Anthony's flying away to escape the Kaiser Foundation. The uploader wrote,
This is wrong.
in the description. If he's the only one uploading videos, which he gets via the Foundation's television broadcasts, what makes him think this one in particular is off? Arrival. Anthony checking into a hotel. Now, with scan lines. Can't tell what the footage is at the end. Someone driving down a road? How spooky. Error.mov consists of Anthony running down some stairs. And some symbols I don't know. Happy Halloween? It's what you'd expect. Finally, we get an update to the contest. And by that I mean, end of contest. The video starts with the Kaiser Foundation announcing the end of the bumper contest, before the station's hijacked yet again. Now with a logo, Anthony warns everyone to leave it to him to stop the Foundation. I believe the individual he's referring to is Robert. Seems like he's some sort of robot/AI who controls the Foundation, as well as the one in charge of whatever Delta is. Good to know. Lastly, I don't care to decode these symbols. If I don't get full words within a couple characters, then I'm not mentioning them. Era.
Thank you, and good night.
By Clear Channel Communications of San Antonio, Texas.
The video ends with the words, TV is dying. We will fix that. I'm not sure what these random broadcasts are supposed to imply, especially with the arbitrary dates. But clearly the Foundation doesn't like the direction TV is going in. Corrupted.mp4.
To all employees, We are currently looking into a possible merger with CCC Video Solutions. Remember to be on your best behavior during the deal. We do not need a repeat of 91.
The video is a message from Robert to all employees. This is the second incident we've heard about. The first being from the video of November 14th about an incident in 1979. Well, they don't want to hear about what I did in 1999. We're skipping this one and going straight to January 10th, 1991. The same year as the incident we just heard about.
We are diverting our resources to a new horizon of digital media, virtual reality. If possible, we would like you to develop the necessary equipment and headsets needed.
Knowing Delta TV is run by Robert, this video must be from him to other employees about VR, giving them no instructions on how, just to hecking do it. What a boss. Coming soon! Telelink, coming soon. Funded by the Kaiser Foundation and Delta. I legitimately can't read this. Enigma. Okay, we still have no clue who the uploader is, but I think he's going insane.
How does a house burn down without a fire?
This was also written in the community page at some point. Perhaps this is alluding to one of the incidents that occurred, but how would the uploader know that? Maybe the next video will tell us. June 2nd, 1987. The first video out of the 3 internal memos.
We are in the middle of a crisis. This hijacking incident is one of many that we already know of. This hijacker's intentions are unknown. This hijacker's identity is unknown. Their location, this facility.
Well, as we know, the hijacker's Anthony. Final broadcast.mp4. As of February 2018, this video would have marked the end of the Kaiser Foundation and deactivation of whatever Robert is. However, there are still more videos on the channel. But before we finish those off, it's about time we take a look at the Foundation's new website. I was waiting for a video announcing the end of the partnership between the Foundation and SignCorp, but now it's fine too, I hope. Well, that was underwhelming. Back to the channel. It's unknown as to why the decision was reversed, but February turns to March and we get delayed. The video. That's the name. It's just some effect experimentation. Not worth our time. The description says,
1 down, many more to go.
Uploaded the same day. Incompatible is also less important than the description.
Error. Current site host incompatible. Acquiring new host.
So this is when they ditched SignCorp then. Man, if only I waited 2 more videos! 4 months passed before the next upload. A package. Anthony finds a box behind a warehouse and retrieves a floppy disk from it. He then shoves it in his computer while the video cuts up like he's one of those high-energy YouTubers. The video ends with the logo of the Kaiser Foundation's experimental VR program. Guess he stole an early copy or something. Serenol. The day after finding the package, we see what's on the floppy disk. As expected, it's a copy of the Kaiser Foundation software. However, this is an extremely weird name for him to go with. Much like the Kaiser Foundation itself, Serenol is the shorter name for a pharmaceutical drug, and I ain't researching it. The name's also similar, and hopefully more related, to the word serene, which means a state of calmness. I mean, VR can put you in a lot of emotions, but yeah, sure. Failed to load. Love the ending. Anthony sets the date to August 13th, 1994, before taking out the floppy disk and inserting another. This date matches up with a real-life incident that I won't get into, because for all we know it's coincidental. The thumbnail, though, is interesting. It doesn't appear in the video, and the text, auto-calibration, is essentially the opposite of Anthony having to adjust the computer screen. Log.
This is Serenol, Head Engineer Fainza. Incident report number 6. At 0800 hours, when attempting to weld the combustion chamber to the stabilizer, Engineer Marco Forsic fell into... The news will be passed on to the Forsic family immediately. This is Head Engineer Fainza. May we build a better future for all.
Perhaps this isn't about VR. The video is an audio log report of an incident at the Serenol facility. The 6th one, since whenever this got founded. There's either a large lack of safety protocols, or they're hiring people for hours and not skill. Next, conference. Someone attempts to contact Robert, possibly about the number of incidents occurring at Serenol, especially from how new it was at the time. Incident 015A. The video starts by loading another Serenol facility incident report, but this time it's simply text.
An unknown object penetrated the outer shell, knocking out power to the magna stabilizers. Power units were sent and restored power within minutes. No one was injured.
The text ends with this company's motto.
May we build a better future for all.
No idea what magna stabilizers are, but the video messes up at the end, as the text saying no one was injured sticks around. This leads into the next video, Incident 015B.
Pull up. Pull up. Pull up.
We hear an airplane system warning, and the interior of a plane is shown at multiple points. Halfway through, the audio switches to a distorted water sound, and we hear ripples in a pond. The "no one was injured" text shows up once more, before getting crossed out. 103 passengers died, 15 crew died, people died. The video ends, and the text, "You people are worse than me," briefly appears. The severity of the incident was covered up, either by Robert, since he stopped answering calls, or by other management. I'm only guessing this was Anthony again, but if so, he clearly doesn't think too positively about himself. Perhaps he's guilty for previously working with the Kaiser Foundation? We don't really know his story, but maybe this regret is related to whatever he was digging for. Either way, we shall move on. As is whoever's behind the next video. Closure. I am unsure about this one. The video is very unsettling in a way I can't describe. What I can say is, I believe this is Robert reflecting on his purpose/goal. Throughout the videos, logs, and website, the way Robert's been referenced as though he's some sort of artificial business entrepreneur, constantly changing up his operations, recklessly pursuing the next big thing. The latest incidents may have changed something in him. Anyways, completely unrelated to all of this, the uploader writes,
"Where are you watching from?"
in the description. Well, if you must know, I'm watching from question.
I ask you a question. Where are you watching from?
Since this is directly connected to the previous description, this would imply the uploader is part of the Kaiser Foundation. However, I can't believe that for reasons you'll see later. The uploader writes,
"I need more time."
in the description to either express hesitation or needing more time for folks to respond again. I don't know who this dude is! Compiling is an announcement for a pirated Full House marathon hosted by the Kaiser Foundation. Possibly as filler since they still need more time.
Only 44 participants. It will take me some more time than I expected. I will compile it as soon as everything settles. In the meantime, expect the marathon soon.
December 21st, 1991. We have compiled all the information from our recent poll. This proves one thing. These viewers are not from here. How are they even watching us? There's no way the internet can support video playback in its current state. And our satellites cannot be remotely hijacked. Who is doing this? And why? But we are a company after all. Profits are the bottom line. We will use this new technology to benefit us. Who knows? Maybe this internet could be the next big thing. It's a risk I'm willing to take. The newly acquired Serenol department will be tasked with internet video playback. This concludes today's briefing. Things take another turn, but it's not one we couldn't have expected. The Kaiser Foundation exists in an alternate reality, one where time and technology is behind compared to us. But not only that, their history is different as well. Remember Greenville, Pennsylvania? The city mentioned in one of Signcorp's videos. It shares the name with the city in real life. However, their shapes are different. I could get more into specifics regarding regions and such, but I don't want this getting boring. Robert, being the business opportunist he is, changes Serenol's purpose before ending the briefing. Don't know why he said it was newly acquired when he created the company, but oh well. The uploader ominously wrote in the description,
"This is where the downfall begins."
He's either some story-breaking omnipotent being, or scheming to destroy the Foundation with Anthony now. We're once again skipping the Christmas special and going straight to an explanation.
Hi. Sorry for being so silent, but I didn't know how to handle this without sounding insane. So here's a short explanation of what's going on. There was this TV station that I used to watch as a child called Kaiser Archival Foundation. My parents would pop in an empty VHS tape and record it for hours on end, and I would watch them. I just thought that everyone else was watching too. Apparently, I was wrong. I've done research, white pages, Wikipedia, anything. Kaiser Archival Foundation doesn't exist, but I have all these tapes. I have video proof of it existing. The channel's still live too. I'm still watching, but there's a catch. No cable, no antenna. So how do I get this channel? I don't know what Kaiser is, but I need to keep recording. It's important too.
Well, the uploader is certainly right about one thing. He sounds completely insane. Not because he's the only one who can capture footage, but because of the random ominous comments he's left in many descriptions. There's just something off about him for apparently no reason. The uploader fails to upload anything in January, and that warranted the next upload. Word failed.
Sorry for the gap in uploading. Uploads haven't been going through for some reason. But I found something interesting. There's more Kaiser channels. A lot more. A scary amount of them. I'll try and upload the footage. Hopefully it'll work.
There's multiple hidden messages in this video.
Upload failed, fix it. Crane, where's the channel tuner? We lost the feed to 47. Recalibrate.
Ending with,
There's interference. Crane, run a cross-check on the cables.
trying to understand this one just hurts my brain. Apparently Anthony's working with Robert again. Disregard the misspelling. After all the hijackings, after Robert specifically told him to stop hiding, Anthony Crane is now helping Robert keep the broadcasts going. We're almost done, alright? This one showcases a seemingly infinite number of Kaiser channels.
I counted the channels. This is absurd. There's so many to keep track of. There's 3 channels in particular that worry me.
Alle bauen, groß und klein. Bauen mit dem Lego-Stein.
It's entirely in German. All of it. No idea why. No idea what this is, or even what that noise is. It's just unnerving to watch. I'm not keen on showing any footage from this channel for reasons I'm about to explain. It's security camera footage. From inside my house. It's on a continuous loop, cycling through every room every 45 seconds. There's 2 things wrong with this, however. The first is I can't find the cameras. The second is that I can't see myself on the cameras. I need more TVs to monitor them all.
We have more evidence of the Kaiser Foundation being in an alternate reality, but instead of one, there's dozens. Each channel broadcasts its own twisted reality, from one centered in Germany to another being 24/7 footage of a nuclear wasteland. The last one he mentions might be related to the footage of the Kaiser Foundation's headquarters. Channels which are nothing but security footage of buildings, important or arbitrary. Based on the Foundation's reaction to us internet viewers, they may not even know this hecking multiverse exists. And while the uploader doesn't understand it either, some do. 57.
57. Lego is 57. I know what they are doing. They are with us to the other world. They watch through the TV. They all of them. The birds are gone. me to fix this mess. I can hear the Macleod stop. I beg you to protect me from them. But something is not right here.
It's unclear who this is, but they're well aware of what's going on. These dimensions were never meant to be viewed by those outside of them, and they want to fix it. I don't know what else to say here. Final upload. Fulfillment. Well, that's that. With all the footage going in reverse, we can only assume things have ended. It's extremely anticlimactic, but in a way it makes sense. In reality, the old-style TV broadcast never abruptly ended. They simply changed due to technology. The way the date changes from August 14th, 1995 back to 1981 can signify the desire to go back, sticking to the technology that you're used to. Robert can switch things up, broadcasting, experiments, VR, to anything else, but he can't change the era he's stuck in. Or for all we know, this literally means the Kaiser Foundation is stuck in a time loop. Thank you for watching. Wish I finished this sooner, but life's getting busy again. What can you do? Feel free to subscribe, and I hope you join me in my next video. See ya.